Almost 2 years ago, we left it all behind for a chance at the sailing adventure of a lifetime.
It has not been smooth sailing since then, but together we are learning and laughing our way through.
Our hope is that if we laugh long enough, we can make our merry way around the world.
And this
is a Millennial Falcon. We did have the anchorage all to ourselves. There's a sailboat that just left, but all speedboats have arrived now. What we're going to do though is we're going to pop the dinghy in the water, and we are then going to explore one of the peaks around this place, because all of the peaks apparently, even though they're really quite large. We saw someone on land yesterday and he looks like a little pin prick, so I don't really think we're going to explore all of them, but that's fine. Then we are going to, I don't know, yeah, we're pretty much just going to explore this little deserted island here.
Please try to contain your excitement, Khiara.
This is our first, not abandoned, this is our first private island where there's nothing here. There's no one here except that person, and then those two out there. when I woke this morning, though, there was no one here. And then we should, hopefully, depending on who else shows up today, have the place to ourselves again. So we're going to go for a hike. I'm just excited to just do some hiking. We got some cool new shoes from our friend Doug. We're going to go take them for a bash, which is a first for us, actually wearing footwear when we hike. We're going to, probably just tackle one of these hills, and we're going to get the drone out because it's pin drop calm. It's really calm. It's kind of a dead time for weather, or for wind at the moment. Lovely sunny day and no wind, so and we're on a completely barren island, so it's the perfect opportunity to get some drone time in. And I'm just really happy to be out of the world.
Not working on the boat!
That too, yeah. So tonight when we have the place to ourselves, it should be really this is what I came out here for, so I'm excited. I don't know what the day holds for us, but I know it's going to be fun.
It doesn't even last 5 minutes.
We're going on an adventure! So you've done 10 paces, how do you feel?
Oh, thoroughly exhausted. I think that's enough. I mean, over the last 5 days we've probably done about 5 paces. Yeah, so we've doubled that. I think we should leave it like that.
Baby steps, right?
Yeah.
Looking pretty fly there in your new shoes.
They're working out well.
I think this is the furthest off the beach on a foreign island that we've ever made it without having some kind of foot injury.
I think so, yeah. I cannot wait to find some of these spikes though that are in other places and just stomp all over them because we can.
Yeah, now I want everyone to remember that she said that.
I cannot wait to find some of these spikes though that are in other places and just stomp all over them because we can.
Yeah, these bad boys are. quite expecting it to be so abrupt on the other side.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like somebody found cell service.
Shut up. In our defence, we did manage to get the drone working, so we'll practice doing it now, which is the reason why we had to find some cell service.
So we go all the way to the top of the hill to get cell service, and now we have to walk all the way down there
Yeah.
to practice and launch with it and make sure it functions properly. And then we have to climb all the way back up here to get the shot that I want to get.
Exactly. Yep. Well, we did say that we hadn't had enough exercise recently.
That's
so
true. Oh, my legs were screaming
that's
at
kind
me
of
on the way
jinxed
up
it.
here.
Yeah, I did a little bit of like a mission walk. I was like, well, we're not going to get up there without going far and fast. So it's probably why our legs were both screaming. But we're up here. Beautiful, beautiful view. So we're going to give you a tour of the Caribbean here. So over there is St Barts, over here is St Kitts and Nevis, over here is St Eustatia. We have Sabre over there, and all the way behind over there is St Martin. And it really kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of how close all these islands are together. So when we're sailing from island to island, you'll see that it's actually not so far apart. Really hope all this worked out because I hopefully lined myself up perfectly. So we finally got the drone in the air. We managed to register the phone, went up to the highest hill, got the phone service, registered the drone, flew it a bit, and now the phone is flat. And we're thinking maybe coming back here later and just to watch the sunset. I do recall a very similar incident in the past. Yeah, did you not see it?
I was looking at this one. I was more fascinated by this, and I was looking over and you got one wedged in your foot.
Had I not been finally wearing the appropriate footwear, this would have been incredibly painful.
Jeez. Yeah, there's an endorsement for your new shoes.
Get it off.
Thanks, Doug. Oh, don't! Oh my God! Look behind you.
Anna, it's off now.
Stop moving. Don't move. Don't fall. Don't breathe. I'm not picking thorns out of your backside all night.
Can you pick those two thorns out at least? God, it's wedged in there, good.
Yeah. Some That's it.
Oh.
Stop. Okay, now we can.
Oh, ow. What is wrong with me?
Khiara Parker.
God's
Thorn magnet.
sake.
Jeez, you got a real way of attracting pricks, don't you?
Sake. Oh, that was a hell of a lot easier to get out than the finger. Oh, I don't like salad anymore. I actually prefer those little tiny irritating ones than these things. Were you thinking of that comeback and then you're like,
No, it just came to
yes,
me.
I got a chance to use it.
No, it really just came to me.
Having made it safely back to the beach and putting some charge into the phone, I decided to take the drone out on a little solo mission.
marks successful drone flight number 2. I think I lost a few years of age. It's a bit hard launching the Mavic Air from like grassy rubbish like this. I need to get a little rug or something, or get proficient at just flying it off my palm, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We already had one drone die and I can't afford another one. And I quite enjoy these little infrequent, albeit successful drone flights. So I'm just gonna keep raising the bar a little bit more every time, and before you know it, it'll be all singing, all dancing, all drone flying 24/7. Now I have to go back down this hill to the boat down there, and then pick up Khiara to go to the top of that hill to get a sunset time lapse.
Not me putting all the like sugar and sweetener into this cordial that we're gonna make.
And you're gonna pour rum into it.
We are indeed. We have officially run out of wine, beer. However, we do still have.
But there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, there is always a way to find booze on this boat. Some mango rum, which not surprisingly has not been drunk since we were in USDI, and I stupidly bought a little bit too much of the stuff that was not so great to drink. So we still have that, and a little bit of cordial, just to pass the time when we're sitting there and watching the sunset. And I've made some mini quiche and some corn fritters for our little picnic snack too. Oh, health and goodness.
Yeah,
actually,
it's orange juice.
To be honest, it could be well the orange juice. It appears to be rush hour. Everyone is here for the sunset. Quickly! Hi! Okay, everyone seems to have split up. So they're heading in that direction. There's another couple up in that direction, and we're going to head to that one. I'll admit, I like this side of the mountain a lot better than the other side. Because, exactly, this is the shady side of the mountain, I think, so the cactus don't really like this place, I think. Whew. It's just starting to get a bit hot though. As this is your third time today that you've done this, your legs must be aching so much. Definitely be quite interesting to try and get down in the dark. Nice. There's a nice breeze. Oh. Just our luck. There's a rain cloud. Adam's like, oh, I swear I just felt rain. Anyway, I've set us up with a nice little picnic area.
Explain what the
what it actually is?
what the gimbal does.
So what it does, this gimbal, if you set it up on a tripod, is it will pan from left to right, or right to left, wherever you set it, and it will also do it when it's on a gimbal, so do it at a very steady rate as well. So watching the sunset, we can watch the sunset going down and pan left to right at the same time, which is what we're trying to do. What I failed to do, shall I rephrase?
May have miscalculated the timings of sunset
Yeah,
a little bit,
and
it was pointing like out there somewhere. There was like 5 minutes to go.
Missed the whole thing. Literally, there was like that much of the sun left, and then it was like, should we reshoot this? Yeah, okay then. Yeah, I have like 3 minutes left. So.
Also, this camera, the GoPro, is not going to be much good to us soon because it's just rubbish in low light. So we'll meet you down there at the boat in 10.
So this morning we thought that we would go for a bit of a snorkel. We didn't really do it yesterday because we were absolutely pooped after climbing up and down mountains, and then Adam also went out yesterday afternoon to climb another mountain, so by that stage we were well and truly over climbing mountains and quite tired. Today we're going to snorkel. Back to the original question. We're thinking about heading over there because when Adam took the drone up yesterday, he decided in his wise wisdom that that was probably the best place to go to. So we'll just head over there now, I think. How was the snorkeling, ads?
Well, it was actually really good. It was very beautifully clear water, lots of fish, a lot of barracuda. We saw a nurse shark, we saw a turtle, saw
Lobster?
some kind of, yeah, a massive lobster which I couldn't get, and he knew it. I'd stay here for a week if I could, if Khiara would let me.
We would also be having a very nice lobster dinner tonight if this place were not a marine park. But we are good humans, and we will not eat the lobster.
That's probably why we only saw one, because not everyone listens to that rule.
Yeah, you're really right.